Oh, that's her now.
It is. Come on, John. Look lively.
I wonder what she'll be like.
Well, we'll know soon enough.
Will you fetch Miss Scott some supper, Bridget?
I don't want to be any trouble.
No, please sit down with you and Miss Armstrong and Bridget. John and I sleep down here.
She's on the same floor as us.
Is there some difficulty? Ah, there you are then.
Do you drink coffee?
Yes, I drink coffee. Thank you.
I just wanted to be sure.
Is it true Miss Ada and Miss Marion met Mrs. Russell from across the road at the charity event?
How do you know that?
I saw one of their footmen in the street and he was talking about it.
Have to get them back into the silver cupboard.
But how will I manage it?
How will you manage what? Tell me.
You don't want to be involved?
You don't know what I want.
Tell her. I couldn't be more ashamed than I am already.
Mr. Pastor's opening the Magic Lantern Show at his theater on Broadway. It starts this Friday.
Fancy.
Would you like to see it? On your night off?
What, all alone?
That could be my free night, too. Mr. Bannister wouldn't mind, not if we aren't entertaining.
I'll have to think.
Don't think too long. It's only running a week.
Go on. You might enjoy it.
Mr. Bannister, you wouldn't mind, would you, if Bridget and I had the same free night this week?
I would have to serve dinner alone.
But you do that when I have a free evening anyway.
Today's young live for pleasure. You don't know what hard work is.
And we don't know what fun is.
What about Friday? I'd be very grateful. So would Bridget.
I haven't said I'll go yet.
But you know you want to.
Oh, there you are. I was afraid you were going to miss your lunch.
Oh,
There's just some food left. No need to get upset.
it's not that. It's
What? Something in your letter?
Did someone die? No.
Well, how long are you going to keep us in suspense?
It's from the publisher of the Christian Advocate.
Why is he writing you?
He wants to meet.
Is our luncheon ready?
It is. Miss Scott just got word that a publisher wants to talk to her about your writing.
Miss Scott isn't the only one around here doing something exciting. We got tickets to the Magic Lantern Show tonight.
That's right.
Well, mind you come straight back. Curfew's at 10.
We will, Mr. Bannister. Definitely. That made me jump.
Don't worry. I'll look after you.
Not like that.
I only...
Not like that.
I thought we might stop for an ice cream, maybe. Or just a cup of coffee.
You heard Mr. Bannister. We're to go straight back. The curfew's at 10.
They don't own us, Bridget. This is our night off. We don't get many.
We can't miss the curfew, and we said we'd go straight home.
If that's the way you want it.
It is.
Can I hold your hand?
I've told you, I don't like that stuff. Now come on.
I'm sorry if you don't like Jack. I think he's a nice boy.
He's nice enough to work with.
Well, I don't see much romance in your future if you won't let a boy hold your hand. And I think your own mother would agree with me.
I know she would. Come in. I shouldn't have left you to finish up on your own.
Never mind that. It's all done now.
I never knew kindness till I came to this house. But I still can't talk about it.
Well, then you don't have to.
There's a part of me wants to tell. That's the funny thing. I'd like to somehow get it out of me.
Did your mother beat you?
It wasn't that. It was what she didn't do. She knew about things. She did nothing to stop them.
But if it wasn't her, then who was doing these things? Oh, my Lord. You poor darling girl.
Now you know why I hate her.
But wasn't he the one to blame?
He was mad. But she was evil. She sat downstairs and let it happen. I'll go.
What did Miss Ada want when you went to her yesterday?
Nothing much.
I don't suppose she was changing the menus without asking Mrs. Van Ryn. And that's the drawing room, John.
It was one of the Russell footmen.
I'll take it up. I should get back to work.
It's for Mr. Bannister.
Oh, well.
Really have flowers if he's not going anywhere special. Can you explain that?
I can. He's not telling the truth, but it's his business, not ours, so we leave him to it.
Thank you.
What's he doing in the basement if he's coming to call?
Bridget can help you.
Is Miss Scott anywhere about?
Oh, you're here for Miss Scott? She's upstairs in her room.
Can you give her this? Tell her Mr. Rakes left it. I'm in a hurry now, but say I can discuss it later.
I'll take it, sir.
Thank you.
Makes sense. I'm going up there now.
What are you doing here? Bridget, are you following me? Is this a joke? So you can make fun of me back at the house?
No.
What is it then?
Mrs. Bauer and I, we wondered who you were taking flowers to.
Because I'd replaced you in my fickle heart with a new girl?
Something like that.
Well, there she is. That's my girl.
May Trotter?
May Trotter. Mrs. John Trotter, to be exact. Died October 8th, 1871, at the age of 30. My mother.
She was young. What did she die of?
She was burned to death when I was 9.
What?
Have you ever heard of the Peshtigo fire of 1871?
No.
No. It's forgotten, really. It's the same day as the Great Chicago Fire, and people only remember that.
Oh, I've never heard of Peshtigo.
It's in Wisconsin. My mother had a married sister who lived there, and she went to see the new baby when a forest fire swept into town.
How terrible. Were a lot of people killed?
More than 2,000. My mother, my aunt, and the baby included.
How did they find her?
They didn't. Most of the dead couldn't be identified.
Then who's in the grave?
No one. My father filled the coffin with her clothes and put some rocks in for weight. He wanted somewhere he could come to think about it, and he did, day in, day out. He spent more time here than at home.
Where is he now?
Dead. 5 years after my mother. I was 14 for that one.
Oh, Jack. Oh, I'm so sorry.
I visit every week in the month of her birthday. used to laugh at my old pa for coming, but now he's gone and here I am. It's funny, huh?
Not so funny. Do you have any brothers or sisters?
2 brothers, but we lost touch.
You must miss your pa.
Not really. We weren't close. The last person to love me was the woman who's not in that grave.
I'm sure that isn't true.
No, you aren't. No, we should make tracks for the ferry.
I'll give you a moment.
So Mrs. Russell won the battle after all.
I'm not so sure it's over yet.
You wish you'd been invited?
Oh, I suppose. What about you?
Maybe we will be one day. After all, this is America.